A shadow over paradise. Drug abuse in Kashmir. Kashmir, known for its breathtaking beauty, faces a growing crisis: drug abuse. This issue threatens the region's social fabric and overall well-being. Drug addiction has tragic consequences for individuals, families, and communities. It is crucial to understand the scale of this problem. We must also examine its impact on Kashmir's socio-economic landscape. The drug crisis in Kashmir is not just a personal struggle. It is a collective challenge that demands attention. Ignoring the issue will have far-reaching consequences. We must work together to find solutions. This requires understanding the problem's roots and its impact on the region. The drug crisis in Kashmir is a complex issue with no easy solutions. However, by understanding the problem and its underlying causes, we can begin to address it effectively. This requires a multi-pronged approach involving government agencies, healthcare professionals, and community organizations. It also requires raising awareness and challenging the stigma associated with drug addiction. We must remember that behind the statistics are real people whose lives are being destroyed. It is our collective responsibility to address this crisis and provide support to those who need it most. Only then can we hope to restore Kashmir to its former glory. Alarming numbers. Prevalence and trends. Recent years have witnessed an alarming rise in drug abuse in Kashmir. Statistics paint a grim picture, highlighting the severity of the problem. Studies indicate a high prevalence of opioid use, particularly heroin. This trend is particularly concerning among young people who are most vulnerable to addiction. The increasing availability of drugs, coupled with rising unemployment and social unrest, has exacerbated the problem. Traditional social structures, which once provided support and resilience, are weakening. This leaves young people more susceptible to peer pressure and risky behaviors. The easy availability of drugs, particularly heroin, is a major contributor to this crisis. Trafficking routes from neighboring countries have made it easier for drugs to enter the region. The porous nature of the border and the lack of adequate law enforcement measures further complicate the situation. This has led to a surge in the number of drug users, particularly among young people. The rise in drug abuse among youth is a cause for serious concern. It not only threatens their health and well-being, but also has long-term implications for the region's future. Addressing this issue requires a multi-pronged approach that includes prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation programs. It is crucial to invest in education and awareness campaigns that target young people. These campaigns should highlight the dangers of drug use and provide information about available support services. Furthermore, it is essential to strengthen law enforcement agencies to curb drug trafficking and distribution networks. Scars on society, socio-economic impact. The drug crisis in Kashmir has profound socio-economic implications. It affects individuals, families, and the region's development. The economic burden, including healthcare costs and lost productivity, is substantial. Families often face financial ruin due to treatment costs. This leads to a vicious cycle of poverty and addiction. Drug abuse contributes to crime, violence, and social unrest. Social stigma prevents individuals from seeking help. This stigma also makes it difficult for families to access support. A supportive environment is crucial for encouraging individuals to seek help. The crisis demands a comprehensive response addressing both supply and demand. This includes strengthening border security, providing treatment options, and creating economic opportunities. Addressing root causes like poverty, unemployment, and lack of education is crucial. Roots of the crisis. Contributing factors. To effectively address the drug crisis in Kashmir, it is essential to understand the underlying factors contributing to its rise. These factors are complex and interconnected, ranging from political instability and conflict to socio-economic disparities. The ongoing conflict in the region has created an environment of uncertainty, trauma, and despair. This has led to a sense of hopelessness and a lack of opportunity, particularly among young people. Unemployment and poverty are significant contributors to the crisis, as individuals may turn to drugs as a coping mechanism or a means of escape. Easy access to drugs, particularly heroin, has further fueled the crisis. The lack of adequate mental health services in the region is another contributing factor. Mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder are prevalent in conflict zones and can increase the risk of drug abuse. The stigma associated with mental health issues often prevents individuals from seeking help, leading them to self-medicate with drugs. Addressing the drug crisis in Kashmir requires a multi-sectoral approach that tackles the root causes of the problem. This includes addressing the political and social determinants of health, creating economic opportunities, and improving access to mental health and addiction treatment services.